Sur les bords du lac du Bourget, la radio autrement. Radio Grand Lac.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Oh, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for listening to Your English Weekly on Radio Grand Lac 92.1. And thank you for all the young people from INSEC, which is wonderful to have listened to. They are just fantastic. So Your English Weekly is every week from 12:30 to 1:45. Your English Workshop sponsors Your English Weekly. Your English Workshop is a training centre for English lessons for adults and children in aix-les-bains and the Ravoir. Visit their website for more information. Hello, Sabrina.
Hi, Sinead.
Hi. So welcome to Your English Weekly. I'm your host, Sinead, and Your English Weekly stimulates English speaking with an expression of the week in aix-les-bains and, of course, in the Ravoir and, of course, all over France for those who wish. So stay tuned because we're going to be speaking with our Sabrina about Your English Workshop. So Sabrina, before we start, do you know this expression, blow off steam?
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, tell us a bit about it.
I blow off steam after work when I go play squash.
Yeah, good. Fantastic. So Sabrina, tell us a few details about yourself before talking about Your English Workshop.
Well, I'm Canadian. I've been living in France for 17 years. I have 3 children, 3 daughters, and I live in Chambéry.
Fantastic.
And so I've been teaching at Your English Workshop for the past 2 years, going on my third. Yes. And I teach all levels for adults, children, stages, business, general English in aix-les-bains and La Ravoir.
Oh, you're fantastic. Thanks. So tell us, just for those who don't know who Your English Workshop is, what can you tell us about Your English Workshop?
So Your English Workshop is a training center for people that want to learn English. We work with the CPF, so the Compte Professionnel de Formation, with Pôle Emploi, for those who are looking for work. We have the Calliope certification, which gives us more recognition for our trainings. We also give training for teachers that would like to teach other people how to learn English.
Yeah.
And we do a bunch of different stages for people that would like to learn more about it.
Learn more about it. So it can be either children or adults.
Exactly.
They can come either on a short-term basis or a long-term basis.
Exactly, all year long.
All year long, exactly. So what are the main axes in Your English Workshop?
So at Your English Workshop, we have 4 main axes. Children and teenagers, so anywhere from 5 to 18 years old. We have adults, which have 2 different axes, so general English and business English, either in their company or at our center. And we have a new thing now. We organize linguistic trips abroad in Ireland.
Yes, of course. We chose Ireland because I am Irish, of course. So tell us about the children and the teenagers.
So we have 2 different things for children and teenagers. We can do stages, which are during every school holiday, except Christmas, on the first week. And they have yearly inscriptions for 1 hour of classes per week.
Yeah. So between you and I, who know exactly how this works, but our listeners may not know how this works, is the yearly inscriptions are usually long-term, more beneficial for our children to learn on a long-term basis, whereas the stages is really gaining in confidence, doing drama, doing all sorts of oral speaking, and with an axe for the end of the week, which is to perform a little show for the parents.
Yes, they are both complementary.
Exactly, they're both complementary. So tell us, what is the difference between a stage and a yearly... I know we've just spoken about it, but which is better? Would you say the yearly inscription or the stage?
Okay, so they are very different. The stage is intensive. You have 3 hours per day for 1 week, 5 days, where you concentrate on speaking, listening, more having fun. Whereas the yearly inscription, you have a goal at the end. So the 3 axes in the collective classes, the yearly inscriptions, are listening, speaking, and grammar points.
Okay, so imagine we have a 9-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
What level would a 9-year-old go to?
9-year-olds with 10-year-olds are in level 3.
Okay, and a level lasts for how many years?
2 years.
2 years. And in those 2 years, what is the most important acts that they will concentrate on?
So for the level 3, for example, is using their words to make a proper phrase.
Exactly. Using the vocabulary they have learned and having automatic phrases without exactly understanding why
Exactly.
they are doing that.
Pre-made phrases.
Pre-made phrases, that's it. Whereas level 2, which is the 7-8-year-olds, they'll be concentrating on what?
More initiation to the language. Learning their vocabulary, small grammar points. Different sounds, how to make the words, yes, pronunciation.
The pronunciation. So that's the main accent for level 2. Okay, fantastic. And so for adults, what type or what levels do we offer to people in your English workshop for adults?
So adults, we have from levels A1, so beginner, to level C1, upper intermediate.
Mm-hmm. So in A1, what will we be expecting them to learn?
They'll be learning vocabulary, present simple, present continuous.
Yeah, the basics.
The basics, exactly.
The basics, because we've got what we call as well the false beginner and the beginner who has absolutely nothing. Yes. Which we are starting to specialize in with Liesel, who's specializing with these people who have 0. They have to learn the sound from 1 to 10 and then from A to Z. Exactly. And so, like, how many people will be in a group? How does it work?
So for collective classes, so the yearly inscriptions for adults, for general English, we have a maximum of 6 people per group, with the people of the same level.
Yeah, that's very important. People must know. And the average is usually 4.
Yeah, between 4 and 6 people.
Exactly, between 4 and 6. Because sometimes we have people who arrive during the year, so we usually are around 4. Okay, fantastic. So tell us about the businesses. How do we work for the businesses?
So for the business, it can work in the same way as the general English, but we can also go to the businesses.
We can also
address where we can give the classes to other people in the company.
Exactly. And then also when we get there, we're going to concentrate on their needs. So we are going to have to
tailor-made the lesson plans for their sector of activity.
Yeah, for their sector, which is not always very easy. Sometimes I think we learn more than they do, but we can't tell them that, can we?
I think you just did.
I did, didn't I? Okay, so tell us a little bit about so that's for the businesses, that we talked about the adults collective. For the adults individual as well, we have individual formulas where they can come and do maybe 10 hours or 15 hours as well as their collective classes. How does that work for the individual classes?
So the individual classes, we start with what we call an entretien. It's to decide the level that the person has when they begin their classes, so we can adapt the classes to their needs and to their level. We do their hours, and they have a little test at the end when we use the CPF.
Yeah, to make sure that we have maybe obtained what we wanted with our goal from the beginning.
Exactly.
Not always easy, is it? Okay, so now tell us about the linguistic exchanges. What exactly are we doing with them?
So the linguistic exchanges, there's 2 formulas that we offer. So you can either go abroad and stay with a family, or you can go abroad and be boarded in a school.
And what is the difference between the 2? One is in the family, where they go on holidays with the family, they stay with the family, they do everything with the family. And then the other...
In the school, they have classes.
Yeah.
They actually learn through classes, not
like we do
just
in our school.
Immersion.
Yeah, it's not just the immersion. So they board in the school, they have their classes in the school, they meet people from all over the world, because there are international people on this program.
Yes.
Okay. And now what is interesting is with that people, for example, if they are in the school, they can't choose when they want to go. But
of course.
But when they are with the families,
they can choose the period they want to leave.
Yeah, because they do them all year round.
Of course.
They do them all year round. So if you want to go for Christmas, or if you want to go for the All Saints holiday, or if you want to go for the Easter or the February break.
For St. Patrick's Day.
Why not? Exactly. For St. Patrick's Day. That's a very good idea. So tell us another thing that we wanted to talk about today that's quite important. How long does it take to go from one level to another?
So it really depends on the person. It could be 1 year if you're doing individual and collective classes, but it could be up to 2 years if you're taking just the collective classes with us.
And we know that we need to obtain certain things to be able to go to the next level.
Of course.
For example, with beginners, if we don't catch those auxiliaries, it's impossible to go to the next level of elementary. Like in elementary, if we haven't caught just the tip of present perfect, we can't go to pre-intermediate.
Of course.
Yeah. So can we say that somebody in 6 months could learn a language?
Not in 6 months. No, sorry.
No. They can improve, of course, if they've got bases and gain back on their confidence. But if they're starting from scratch,
it's very complicated.
It's very complicated. And it does help to learn a language. Would you suggest that people learn a language from a young age or from any age?
Any age is fine, as long as you're motivated to learn that language.
Of course, yeah. So motivation is something that we do try to keep with our clients. We do try to keep them, or give them that motivation to keep going, which is not always easy.
That's true.
Oh, la la. Sometimes it's hard work.
It's very hard sometimes.
Yeah. So do we have any new projects starting soon?
So we do have a couple of new projects starting in Aix this year with Lucy. So she's starting Your English Kids Club on Wednesday mornings from 9 till 12.
Yeah, so what is Your English Kids Club?
So it's a garderie in the morning in 100% English with games, songs, different play activities.
And she'll be doing that like the school year, I think. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly.
Like the school year. So that during the holidays, there's no garderie, but
we have our stages.
Yeah. And you can book for this garderie for the whole year, or do you book just for the semesters?
Just for the semester.
Yeah. And then if you want to book for the next semester,
you renew the next semester, exactly.
You can. Okay. And I think there's something else she's organizing as well.
She is. She's organizing Your English Tots as well, which is a little workshop, so an atelier for parents or grandparents with their young children to learn English with movements and songs.
Yeah, that sounds so sweet, huh? Oh, she's got lots of patience, huh? Lots and lots of patience. So tell us, just before we finish, because we're running out of time, as always, what makes Your English workshop so unique?
There's many things that make us unique. So the entretien that we do at the very beginning of your training session makes us unique because we actually evaluate your needs, your level, and what your goals are at the end of your formation. We have small classes as well, and face-to-face. We don't have it on a platform online. It's really with a teacher and 4 or 6 students, like we said earlier. And the team that we have at U. Our team is awesome.
It's true. We are very, very close, aren't we?
We are, yes.
Yeah. Well, we love to get together and do different things together. So it's true that, and I think the clients really feel that as well, don't they?
They do.
Even Lucy, who's joining us, and Megan, who's leaving, who's very sad to be leaving, but she can't be in Bordeaux and aix-les-bains at the same time.
No, she can't cut herself in two, no.
And Lucy seems to be extremely happy to join.
She does, yes.
She's been coming to all our different activities. So, okay, so there we are. I think we've got quite a bit of different information for everyone. So let's stop there, and we're going to now just talk about, if people want to know where to find us, how can they find us?
So they can either follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, Your English Workshop, or on our website, www.yourenglishworkshop.com. All of our contact information is on there.
Okay. And they can also phone, of course, on 0479
888915.
Yeah. And for the revoir?
0984 530658.
Oh, yeah. And we forgot to say we've got a new room coming soon as well in the revoir.
Yes,
We're in the middle of building it. Yes. So back to my expression before finishing. Blow off steam. You are right. We need to blow off steam sometimes, especially on a Wednesday afternoon after we've had loads of children for classes. We need to run out there and have a good run and get rid of all the stress or the energy that we have. Ooh, blow off steam. So thank you all for listening to us today. And of course, as always, if you want to listen to this podcast again, don't hesitate to find us on YouTube. On Your English Weekly, of course. Also, you will see on my Facebook page the expression of the week. I wish you all a wonderful week, and I'll be back with another guest next week. And next week is a very special guest. You'll be surprised for next week. A barman. So find out more about him. And tune in for another conversation with Astrid at 2:15 with, of course, all beauty. To make yourself beautiful. So we'll have to listen to that, of course. We're always interested. And bye to all from us at you. Thanks, Sabrina, for joining us today.
Sinead.
Oh, thank you. Have a good week. Bye.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Radio Grand Lac. Votre radio.